support.thunderwizard.com. So today I want to talk to you about the god Buri in the Norse creation myth, and I want to take a look at the name specifically, see if it has any correlation to any known root Indo-European words that might correspond with this, and I want to take a look and see if there's any connection to any other Indo-European polytheist traditions. And as it happens, there is. So let's first take a look at who Buri was in the Norse myths. According to the Norse myths, Buri was the first god to emerge out of Ginungagap. The cosmic wealth cow Audumla licks a salt block, and out of that salt block comes the first god named Buri. Buri gives birth to Bor, who gives birth to Odin, Villi and Ve. Odin, Villi and Ve then create the universe by dismantling the giant Ymir. And Ymir is another very interesting subject we'll get into in another time. So what exactly does the word mean, Buri? First off, we're not quite sure how it was pronounced. The name itself is very obscure, and we're not sure if it was pronounced Buri with a long U or Buri with a short U. Its place in the poetic meter of the myth suggests that there was a long U in it in order to fit the meter. So we think it was Buri, but there's no real consensus about that. It could have been Bri. So what does it mean? We think it means producer, and that would make sense because it is from Buri. He gives birth to Bor, Odin, Villi and Ve, so he's the first god that actually starts producing the rest of the other gods. He is by definition the grandfather of Odin, Villi and Ve. Now, is there a connection to any other Indo-European tradition? And as it happens, there is a very strong connection with the Vedic tradition. The Vedic tradition says that the universe was created by the god Brahma. And Brahma comes from a root word Bri. So here we have a very close connection. We have Buri, which may be Buri or Bri, and then we have the actual Sanskrit word, which is Bri. And Bri in the Sanskrit means expansion. And Brahma is called the cosmic egg. So here you have very obvious connections. An egg is, the first cause of creation, and that egg expands and creates the universe. And so Brahma is the expansion of matter from nothingness. And we have the same understanding in the Norse myths, where we have Buri, who could mean producer, and from him he sort of expands out of this ice, which is representative of pure potential, the Ginungagap, pure potential emptiness, and from him expands this deity called Buri. To me, this is a very clear connection between the two. And once again, I'm finding that the Vedic tradition seems to be building on a root Indo-European tradition that is better represented in the Germanic tradition. The Germanic tradition seems to hold on to an older root Indo-European tradition, and we see that reflected in the words. Once again, we have a very short word, Buri, and which could be Bri, and in the Vedic tradition they take Bri and they build upon that Brahma and make a larger word. So just my take on it, common sense tells me that the Germanic tradition may be tapping into an older Indo-European tradition that goes back perhaps tens of thousands of years. So this is just one subject that I go into in the upcoming book, Mounting Sleipnir, where we look objectively at the archaeological and the linguistic roots of our pre-Christian Germanic tradition. I think it's extremely important that if we are to reconstruct an accurate pre-Christian Germanic spirituality, then it's very important that we look at it objectively. And the only way to do that is we've got to look at it scientifically, and I think a lot of things are being missed by academics. So I fill in a lot of these blanks in the new book, Mounting Sleipnir. If you'd like to actively participate in getting this book finished and published, please go to the website support.thunderwizard.com and specifically look at some of the rewards I have for those that will participate in the Mounting Sleipnir project. So go to that site, support.thunderwizard.com, click on Mounting Sleipnir Project.